Hi, this is Alan. I just want to give you a quick overview of the features we have so far related to group event registration. And the situation here is that we've got, let's say, a parent who wants to register some of their children and maybe some of their children's friends for an upcoming summer workshop. But the parent themselves, they're not going to be attending. It's me. I'm filling out the forms. I'm doing all the registering for my kids and their friends who are going. I'm going to be paying and submitting my payment. So the payment needs to be assigned to me, associated with me, and there needs to be some record that I'm the person who submitted this, but I shouldn't be recorded as an attending participant at this event. So we're going to walk through that right now and see how it looks from the user side, and then we'll go in and look at how the configuration works to make it all fit together using the group registration extension. By the way, this is just a CiviCRM demo site. Obviously, I have real client data that I could use here, but it's better for the recording not to put that into a recording that might get passed around. So we're using sample data. If you've seen CiviCRM sample data before, you might be familiar with this classic event, the Rainforest Youth Cup Soccer Tournament. We'll be using that. So once again, I'm going to be registering my two kids. I'm not going to be participating in the event, just registering my two kids. So let's dive in and take a look at how that works. You'll see that I am logged in already. My account is here. I could log out, but I am logged in. I will say we do have features to make this work for organizations that want to use it for anonymous users. But the features are a little more rich when you're signed in. That way you will have the ability to pick from a list of your existing related contacts, for example, your son or your daughter, to pop them in. If you're not signed in, CiviCRM doesn't know who you are, and we can't expose the related contacts in that way. So for a good demo, I'm doing this as a logged-in user, and we'll see how that looks. So I'll click Register now, and it brings me to the registration form. This is the CiviCRM registration form, but you'll see that all the fields are hidden. The first thing we're asking people here is, are you attending, or are you only registering other people? If we say, yes, I'm attending, then you get pretty much the classic CiviCRM standard form with a small twist. If I say, yes, I'm attending, I say, no, I'm not, I'm only registering other people, or yes, I am attending, it still wants to know before it shows me the rest of the form, how many people are you registering? We want them to get this right. We want them to think, to see this and to answer this before we display the rest of the form, because it affects some of how the rest of the form is displayed. So I would be, let's say, registering probably 3. That would be me, myself, and me, my son, and my daughter. I say that, then it asks me, of course, for my own information and price information. And CiviCRM, by its design, will ask for payment information up front if this number is more than just myself. If it's anything more than just my own name and information that I'm only registering for myself, if I'm registering for more than myself, then CiviCRM is going to ask for payment information up front, even though I've still got 0. So that's all here. It's a standard form. But let's see what happens when I say I'm only registering other people. You'll notice that something changes here, and also you'll see something changes with the tournament fees. When I say I'm only registering other people, this changes now to 2. What does that mean? There are 2 other people who are going to be registered today. That is my son and my daughter. And the little bit that says including yourself goes away, because obviously we're not including myself. I'm not one of those people who will be attending the event. So I'm only registering other people. So this is 2. There are 2 of them. Although you're not attending, you'll see this banner appears when I say I'm only registering other people. We know you're not attending, but please tell us about yourself here. CiviCRM still needs to ask for my name and contact information, still needs to get my credit card number to apply for the fees. So we don't want them to write their daughter's name here, because as you know, that will create inconsistencies in the data. So we need to ask for their information. Because I'm logged in, it pre-populates all that data. And the other thing that you'll notice is that now the tournament fees has gone away. If I say, yes, I'm attending, tournament fees comes back for me. No, I'm only registering other people. That means I don't need to pay tournament fees. This is a price set field, and we have configured it using features of this extension to be hidden from the registrant if I say I'm not attending. If I say I'm only registering other people, we've configured it so that this price field is hidden. It is conceivable that on some events you may want to offer price fields for people even if they say they're not attending. For example, the dad may want the summer camp T-shirt from the workshop, right? And you may want to offer that to him. But the tournament fee itself does not apply in this case, and so we've configured it to turn off to be hidden when I say, no, I'm only registering other people. So my total is 0, but as we said, CiviCRM still asks for the payment information. So I'll enter the standard test information here, test credit card, and it already knows my billing information because I am logged in, and I'll say continue. So it says your information has been saved, and now we're about to register the first of 2 participants, my son and my daughter. So here it offers me a chance to select a person from among my list of known related contacts. So I can just type, my son's name is Son. Let's see, aha, here he is. My name, if you noticed, was authenticated. I'm an authenticated user. My son is Son-authenticated. So I choose that, and right away it says relationship to this person is parent of, because it knows that I have this relationship. I am the parent of this person. It fills in their first name and last name, and it locks those fields again so that I can't change it. Let me put in the other information here. This is a required field. You'll see my browser is prompting me for some values that I've typed in before into similar fields. So that just makes this demo a little bit easier. This is not provided by CiviCRM or by the extension itself, this sort of pre-fill prompting. There's that. And I will select a price level for him and continue. I will point out, by the way, that I could choose some other relationship here from this list. And if I wanted to, maybe I'm not his parent, and that's wrong in the system, so I'm going to change it if I want to. Let's go ahead and say continue. So now registration for participant 1 has been saved. We're going to register participant 2 of 2, which is my daughter. So I could do the same thing again. My daughter's name is Daughter, so I'll just type here. Nothing found. That means she's not in the system. The same if I'm registering my daughter's friend Susie. She may not be in the system as a related contact to me. So it's not going to show here. Even if she's in the system already, but she's not recorded as a related contact, related to me, she'll not be available to me here. But that's okay. I'll fill that in a moment. My relationship to this person, I'm going to select parent of, because I'm the parent of this young lady. You will see that this list actually at the moment contains all of the available relationship types in the system. We have a feature that's under development right now that will allow the administrator to pick which relationship types appear here. So that is coming. But right now it's just a big long list of all the relationship types, but I'm just going to choose parent of. And I'm going to put in my daughter's name, first and last. So these fields are not locked because we didn't pick an existing person. So I'm going to enter her stuff manually, including her email address, and choose a fee for her. And I'm going to click continue. And this brings me to the thank you page. It says participant 2 has been saved. And this is a standard CiviCRM thank you page, but one small difference here. As we said, we're submitting information on 3 people. That's myself, my son, and my daughter. And CiviCRM normally thinks of those as participants. And it would say participant 1, participant 2, and participant 3 here. But instead it says registrant and participant 1 and participant 2. Again, another subtle cue to the user to show that we understand they are not participating in the event. They're only registering these 2 other people. So as I said, this is just a confirmation page. We're not at the thank you yet. We need to do one more as CiviCRM calls for to say continue. And now it submits. It creates the registration with all the participants, and it displays this thank you page, again, which shows registrant and participant 1 and participant 2. So that's the complete user experience for registering my son and my daughter when I am not attending. Let's take a look on the back end and see how that data was entered. I'm going to pull up another window here where I'm already logged in as the site administrator. And let's see if we can find, okay, I've already got his record here, authenticated. This is the person who just registered his son and his daughter. So his data is all here. And if we look under events, we see that there's one registration here, and his role is non-attending registrant. So he does have an event record, a participant record, so to speak, but he is in a role of non-attending registrant. When we view this, we see that also registered by this participant were these 2 people, son authenticated and daughter authenticated. And we'll look at those in a moment. We see also that the payment is associated with him, with the dad, for $1,600. That's $800 for each of the 2. Let's take a look at son's record. I'm going to open this in a new tab real quick. Yep. And you'll see that he was registered by authenticated, the dad. The son's fee is $800. So this all looks good and normal. I'm going to close that. Let's come back to the dad's record authenticated. So that's the event record. Under relationships, we have something else interesting. You recall that son authenticated already was in the list of available related contacts, and daughter was not. But now that we've submitted the registration, we see that authenticated, the dad, has a relationship to daughter authenticated and to son authenticated as parent of those 2 people. And if we view one of those, you'll see that the dad, auth, can view and update information about son. So it has created a permissioned parent-child relationship to those people. I think, yeah, obviously the contribution record is still here. So that's all the data that's been created. And I guess the only other thing maybe worth noting is that the dad's participant record has this non-attending registrant type and that role. And that role is configured to be not counted in the event. So when you're using reports that count counted attendees, then this person will not be counted in that way because they have this role. So let's talk about how the event is configured. There are a few things that are going on. We'll start with the event itself, though. So CiviCRM has events and manage events, and we'll find the rainforest. Here it is. And we'll look at online registration. All right, and there are a few features here. These fields here are new and provided by the extension. First of all, you may have noticed that when we went to the event registration page, it did not say, is this not you? Would you like to register as somebody else? Because we found, as you may know, that confuses people in the situation where I'm not attending. I do want to register my son and daughter, but I do still need to fill in my information. So that's not this not you message is hidden for this event because it's confusing considering the use case that we have. Here's one: prompt with related individuals on additional participant forms. So that says, when we come to that I fill out my form, and then I continue on to the next one, and it wants to know the name of the other person I'm registering, and I can select from a list of related contacts. That feature is turned on and off by this checkbox here. Again, it'll only work for logged in users. It won't work for anonymous users. All right, here's another one. Primary participant is an attendee or not. So I'm the primary participant. I'm the number one. I'm the one who's actually doing the registration and submitting my credit card information. Is that person going to be an attendee or not? You could force them always to be an attendee. Or you could say they are never going to be an attendee. Or you can allow them to select. So when I came to the registration page and there was the toggle at the top, yes, I'm attending, no, I'm not attending, I'm only registering other people, that feature is turned on and off by this option here. As long as it says allow user to select, then they're going to be able to answer that question. Yes, I'm attending. No, I'm only registering other people. Otherwise, we can force the answer for them. That is, no, they're not attending. They can only register their kids. Or, yes, they are attending and they may additionally register their kids or other people. You'll notice something changes here. When this is no or allow user to select, then it asks us what is the non-attendee role, and this is where this role comes up, non-attending non-attending registrant. That is a participant type that we have configured, that the site admin has configured in CiviCRM under Administer, Civi Event, Participant Roles. Here it is. We'll open that in a new tab real quick. And you'll see here's this one, non-attending registrant. Most of them are counted, attendee, speaker, etc. But non-attending registrant is not counted. And that's just something that we've configured with the edit option here. Yeah, so if we're forcing them to always, yes, they are a regular participant just like everybody else, then that extra field about what role should we use doesn't apply. But if it's no, or if it's allow user to select, then we need to know what role to assign to them. The other thing we might want to look at is fees. We have this event fee. Price set. Rainforest Youth Cup price set defines all the price fields. So take a look at that real quick because we mentioned a little bit about that configuration in the demo. That's here, price sets, Rainforest Cup Youth Soccer Tournament. We'll view and edit the price fields. As we said, there's only one field, this radio selection of the 3 different fee levels for the tournament fees. If we edit the price field, you see down at the bottom this option. Hide this field from non-participating primary registrants. So if the dad says he's not attending, he's only registering other people, then we're going to hide this price field. That's set by this checkbox here. So if I wanted to allow the dad to, he's going to register his 2 kids, but we want to let him buy the T-shirt anyway, even though he's not attending, we would just turn off this checkbox for that T-shirt field, and the T-shirt field would still be available to him. So that's how this all works. That's what we have so far. There are a couple of improvements that we've I mentioned. For example, the relationship types. We've got those features coming out. So I hope this is helpful. I do plan to be putting this on a staging site sometime soon, so that you can actually play with it and get a feel for it. And of course, we have those other features coming just around the corner. So let me know what questions you have. Thanks a lot.